lot of fun. Parris, Todd will get us started. Let's play pickleball. High off the two-y there, into the pancake, full syrup to get us started.
Yes,
Riley Newman.
You want Riley to hit up, not down, on that special forehand grip that he holds.
Lefty save. Another lefty save, but that one doesn't come up with it. We talked about the elite defense. There it is.
Yeah, the court coverage, and you know, it's not just getting it to the ball, it's putting it in a reasonable spot to give your team another chance later in the point.
And if you're watching this and going, how are Hunter Johnson and Parris Todd, the 20 seed, adding up points over a course of 12 months? They didn't play a full schedule last year, so that'll catch up.
I'd say just cut it right in half, and that's about the true talent level. 10.
Yeah, I agree. They lost in a bronze medal match a couple of weeks ago in Kansas City to Catherine and Federico Staxford, so they've seen Catherine in a big match. Wow, what a speed up from Parris, and Catherine just defended her body as awkward as it could look.
Yeah, I think she was protecting the moneymaker as that speed up from Parris was going kind of upper chest face level. Nice way to dig out of a tough paddle position for Catherine Parrenteau. Didn't just put it back in play either, put it down and set up Riley Newman, whose cleanup on the forehand side is as good as anybody.
Another lefty play. You do not get extra points. Just got his footwork all messed up there, Adam.
Yeah, he did. On the forehand put away, feeling like he needed to go for the half Ernie. Great initiation, mid-paced on the backhand from Riley Newman out of the air to get it all started, though.
2-0-2.
We reserve a net cord that stays in, so second shot, and wow, usually the pump face goes the other way. Thankfully, she is a lot more flexible than the two dudes in the booth who would require a stretcher if we did that.
Yeah,
right there.
Something would explode.
Yeah.
That's the line that I go to, and I'm sticking by it.
That's just great dinking with a purpose from Hunter Johnson.
Yeah, nice job, and even threw a little fake as if he was gonna speed up, and I think possibly got Catherine up in the air to allow that dink angle to do a lot of damage.
And fires with the two-y down the line and gets a cocktail that goes sailing out, and Catherine and Riley yet to hit the scoreboard.
Yeah. And that Hunter Johnson two-handed backhand, I mentioned the Riley Newman one, but the last 3 or 4 times I've seen Hunter play doubles, that shot has been on point.
That's That's why we love mixed doubles right there. What a rally.
Yeah, level high to start. And I know that Parenteau and Newman haven't touched a scoreboard, as you mentioned, but there's been a lot of extended rallies in the handful of points that we've had.
3-0-1.
Firing away, the dudes and the ladies love it.
Second serve.
I think he thought for a second he might have an ATP attempt at Hunter Johnson.
And then on this court, we've heard it all week long, the ball's not going to bounce up quite as much. So if you make a change, you have less time to react and correct that here in Vegas.
No, that's a good point. I mean, changing your mind is always an issue with how fast things happen on the pickleball court, but given the conditions, that might be upped just a little.
Side out.
Nice work from Catherine to get skinny. Just kind of turned sideways, knew that paddle position from Hunter was going to be tough to keep it in.
So great start for Johnson and Todd, up 4-0 here. Again, round of 16. We'll play all three disciplines today. And full Olay with the paddle there. Parris is like, what?
Yeah. Hung her out to dry, did you, Hunter?
Does not get cheated on the full torque on the two-way for Parris.
And a beautiful inside out, too. Playing that to the middle of the court and finding Catherine. It's well done. Just missed. But yeah, you talked about the torque. When players are torquing and hitting with that kind of pace on the two-hander, it's going cross-court at a high clip because your timing has to be perfect when you're coming through the zone to go middle or inside out from the right side. Right, and again, another two-handed backhand up the middle for Parris Todd, but Hunter gets the glory with a very nice backhand Ernie.
Yeah, and the problem in this match for Catherine Parenteau and Riley Newman are they're resetting and the other team is attacking.
Second serve.
A very nice first volley from Catherine. Hunter has one of the best drives on tour, so anytime you get a clean crack at that first volley, it's a good thing.
Side out.
Little flick from Catherine.
Yeah, and it was a similar paddle position to what Catherine did at the beginning of the game. She got out of it, Hunter did not.
Parris cannot believe that Hunter didn't come take that ball.
Yeah, she got a little stuck. And there was a pump fake a couple points ago in a similar situation.
2-5-1.
Look out.
Point.
Caught him in the foot. Nice two-handed put away from Riley Newman.
It's a good look at Yates Johnson. These players love being a dad there as well. You got the whole thing. You put a screen up at them and people just, they can't help it, even though Yates has played on the court.
They're still smiling. I can see them.
Boy, way too much southpaw from Riley here.
That's 5, and that's 5 by my count.
That is not good.
You know, you maybe want to go 1 a game. You don't want to count on that particular shot.
Side out.
Great spin from Parris Todd on that forehand volley. You know, even with the cleanliness from the back of the court at Catherine Parenteau, she can't come up with that last ball.
5-3-1.
Well, they got out of most of jail, but there just kept being another and another and another lock to pick, and they were done.
Yeah, just it's relentless pressure right now from Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson. That is the difference. Oh, Catherine, you'd always just play it as if it's in. She was off the ground thinking that that return was going to go long, and that there is no doubt in my mind that caused the error on the volley.
Second serve.
Nice little combination from Riley Newman. Forehand out of the air over to the two-handed backhand. His team is going to need more of that offense.
7-3-2. Point.
And the serves, Hunter Johnson has a huge serve. I would say Parris is above average for the ladies, and freebies are a thing here on
8-3-2.
center.
Yeah, agree completely.
Wow, and off the tape, and I think Riley, he contemplated a march over to tall timeout, but they haven't played together since 22, so they're going to play through this one.
9-3-2.
Chemistry in progress. And there's Riley Newman grip on display there, because the first ball beats a lot of the guys that favor the backhand, but not this guy.
Yeah, I like the speed up from Catherine. I think that can be a nice option for them. Catherine start it, Riley finish it.
Just beautiful
Second serve.
from Hunter, and can't put a dead dink there.
Yeah, and he's been going up the line, so he switches the spot and go middle, and there is nobody home.
And another one through the middle. No center fielder to be found, and the 20 seed looks fantastic.
Yeah, with that windup, you think he has to go body. That's the only thing he can do with that shot, and he keeps it a foot in up the middle. What spin from Hunter Johnson.
That's a great job by Hunter Johnson. It's one team surviving, the other team's thriving here. And we are at game point.
Game point.
Oh, just got it across her body enough.
Yeah, nice work from Catherine.
Game point.
A little half Ernie from her.
10-3-2.
And that'll do it. So Hunter Johnson and Parris Todd are absolutely fantastic here.
Tournaments are a fun and exciting way to grow your game. Connect with other players and stay active in the welcoming pickleball community. Whether you're a seasoned player or looking to try your first tournament, we have a place for you.
Going to be an issue if they continue playing that clean.
0-0-2. Point.
Well, we did it.
we did. We always do, Dave.
That's what we do here. We
1-0-2.
point something out and then rut-row. That's fantastic from Hunter Johnson, because Catherine catches a lot of people with that little inside-out maneuver, and he was on it.
Yeah, and he was initially fooled too, and unfortunately for Catherine, she couldn't get a lot of pace on that shot.
Yeah.
Just had a lot of deception.
0-1-1.
But a nice little switch over to the proper side to counter for Hunter.
Point.
And Clankaroo in the middle, and they're not switching when they're on odd here, which Riley's won a lot with his sister on the right side,
1-1-1.
himself and Lindsay playing the left. And congrats, Lindsay, on the new baby.
Oh, wow, what
Just
a shot from Hunter.
I mean, he beat Catherine with that. Now he's beating Riley. Who you want to put? You got a third person to put over there? Athena want to jump in?
Yeah, Yes,
This is nice.
The third person is the center fielder. And then
we can't yeah, the center fielder moved to center, and now we have no right fielder. It's a problem.
That's a nice combination because Catherine is already hanging out right there on the sideline. So she only has to worry about the two-handed backhand after Riley starts the fire.
Oh, unbelievable dig, and then pulls it wide.
Yeah, had everything that she wanted there. High forehand about shoulder level. Couldn't hit a full overhead, but in great position was Catherine Parrenteau to finish that point.
Side out.
And we haven't seen the Riley talking to the crowd, running around. The scoreboard has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, I agree completely. He is a player who really does feed off the energy of a crowd and uses it to his advantage. Yeah.
Just even the take on the return, that's not Catherine's ball. You don't want a backhanded slice, one-e cut.
1-3-2.
So they got to get this sorted out quickly. Again.
Side out.
You want to dink it dead to Hunter, you're going to eat it.
Yeah, that is a big time issue. And I mean, these balls are landing a foot or 2 feet in. It's not like he's just painting the line. So from those positions with that backswing from Hunter, that's tough.
Off Hunter's paddle there, yeah. Yeah, the other thing that makes this great is we've talked to a lot of the players. Again, we're playing on a platform here. We love being in the Royal Ballroom. Attacks off the bounce are harder because it's not sitting up as high.
Yeah, so add that to the list of difficulty.
Side out.
I mean, unbelievable first short hop dig from Parris.
I was ready to use the through the wickets for the winner, and she puts it right back in the kitchen.
Point.
I mean, Hunter, just stick with the middle, low part of the net. He tried to add another thing to that list of difficulty for those shots.
I mean, the left fielder's in position.
3-3-1.
A great jam up. That's mixed doubles 101. Spread the guy out, make him move, and then attack his body. I heard Ben say that in an interview, and I've been using it ever since. That's a good option.
Hey, that's a pretty good guy to be quoting, and that's the same guy right there with the serve into the.
3-3-2. Side out.
So tied at 3 here in game 2. This is round of 16 action. We will only play one round in mix today.
Second serve.
Yeah, you got half the matches of the gender singles and doubles, so it's kind of just wedged in between.
Yes. Only one draw of mixed and 2 of the others. Yeah, and so we talked about how clean game 1 was for Parris and Hunter. Nowhere near it here in game 2.
3-3-1.
Okay, we got the no-go, and I am playing center field, said Riley Newman.
It's a great adjustment, and I like that no from him.
Yeah.
Because he needs that. We talked about the crowd, but just barking on court in general. Some players play worse. Riley is not, oh, good look on the angle. Riley is not one of them. When he is engaged or he has a little back and forth with the crowd or his opponents, that is when he is at his best.
For sure.
4-3-2. Point.
Catherine looks up to the heavens.
Look at her. I lost to that team with a different person.
Side out.
So ball back, and let's see if they can get in a rhythm on offense against the new old team of Parenteau and Newman. What an ATP from Riley right there on the sprint to get there.
Yeah, and deep in the court, too. He's closer to the baseline than the kitchen line when he eventually contacts that. Huge shot.
What a look from the truck. Oh, okay, showtime now. Little three-quarter Ernie and a little inside-out slap to go with it.
Yeah, just tuck that elbow in tight to the ribs and get that side spin moving away from Parris. Nice shot, Catherine.
And now the pressure that Riley Newman can put on a team. I mean, in mixed, he is a factor, and we wondered where the offense would come from. It is from him now. Still, the communication there was just garbage. Like, how in the world have we let that happen twice?
Yeah, mixed is the event where you need communication more than any other. So back to back. I mean, that was one of the most painful things for me when I was playing. Two thirds missed in the same service rotation. It really hurts your heart.
And then how about how's your heart doing if it goes off the tape after
still hurts.
that?
I'm sticking with my statement, though. The back-to-back thirds is still worse than right there.
Second serve.
Turn to Parris coming.
4-6-2.
Oops.
Not if Hunter runs in front. I mean,
oops.
That was definitely two Parris.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you marks on the directional there for sure. The GPS coordinates had France on it.
5-6-2.
And the reason I knew that is because Riley told her where to go. He put the little pinky finger out. Not all teams do that.
No.
Some it's just stay or switch.
Yes.
But a lot of teams will directionally tell the person from the kitchen line who is returning where to go with their return.
So we're getting that communication done, but the actual usage of the voice box, just not so good here. That was not great there either. They have the lead, but it's tenuous. And don't get to the kitchen at all there. So this is a big opportunity. I mean, Todd and Johnson know how good that duo right there is. It's a matter of, if you can put them away in two, you got to get it done. Interesting, Hunter dropped that one, and he was in good position to rip it.
That's not like Hunter.
5-6-2.
No. What's going on?
Yeah, Parris showed him how to do it there.
Dude. They're even telling him to hit it to me. Here's what, if you want to run in front of me, do this. Wow, that's a timeout tag right there. That's a not happy lady win for these two. 12-10, winning it in two. So can they finish is the question.
Yeah, he can really pepper that spot Just kept going up the line. Two solid shots to defend
6-7-1.
that backhand from Parris and couldn't come up with the third. Yeah, that's big time from Riley, because the spin of Hunter Johnson forced Riley to contact the ball not where he wanted to. So to put it back, a decent shot into play and force the error from Hunter is a nice job on the counter from Riley Newman.
And a couple of back-to-back misses from Hunter in pretty good positions, and the lead flips to the other side. Down the stretch they come. Who is going to hit the wire first? Wow, that looked wide. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
He called it before you hit it. He made the call before you hit it.
Oh, okay.
Mary's like,
You're challenging. After video review, the out call is overturned. The ball was in.
wow.
You have one timeout remaining. You have one timeout remaining. We resume play at 9-7-1.
And that's brutal too, because Hunter had an ATP. It was a layup
Yes.
ATP if that ball is not called out.
9-7-1.
Okay. That serve is mighty close. Parris is just getting to the kitchen. And there's the southpaw try again, and it is not a good one.
I mean, I thought previously I think he had to a couple times.
Yes.
That one, I think he could have
9-7-2.
put that second hand on and just gone with the traditional backhand ATP.
That's a great
Side
lead
out.
where Newman was in control of the rally. So they get ahead on a couple of weird situations over there on that sideline, and then the serve after that was a millimeter in.
7-9-1. Point.
The high backhand before that she missed is not missing twice. 8-9 on a 1.
And a little P. Todd clinch there. I like that
Yeah.
one. When she's proud of her shot, she'll let you know
8-9-1.
about it. Like that intensity.
Great one-handed
Second
flick
serve.
from Catherine.
Yeah, huge. And that's exactly what Riley was trying to do a couple points ago. Pull Hunter out wide and then find the attack in the middle or body.
8-9-2.
He couldn't do it. Catherine can.
Someone is getting caught in the cookie jar there. Look at that wrist manipulation.
Yeah, and waited till the last second. The chance of that being an unforced error goes up dramatically the longer you
9-8-1.
hold it. What a shot from Catherine.
After video review, the out call stands. The challenge is lost. A timeout is lost. You have no timeouts remaining. You have one timeout remaining. We'll resume play at game point 10-8-1.
And I think the half-hearted out call from Riley is because Riley thought he was
point.
beat.
Yes.
And then he looked back, he was like, oh, it's
look at
wide.
that.
Awesome.
10-8-1.
What a leave by me. Oh, and
Point
a missed
game,
return, a
11-8.
little carryover from the call, and guess what? They scrap their way to 11. Dude, going to be in game 3.
Game 3 time in.
Let's
0-0-2.
see. Players will play. Here we go, Parris. Wow.
Side out.
And that's where the defense just pays so many dividends. They were in deep trouble.
Yeah, they were. Nice combination from Riley Newman.
0-0-1.
Forehand out of the air. And then whether it's off the bounce or out of the air, the backhand goes line so often on the next.
couple of those in game 2 where he earned a good look and misses another one.
Yeah, they're getting a beat on Hunter's spots, so putting a lot more of those back in play. Hunter was finishing on the first or second ball often early in the match, and that hasn't happened the same way lately.
Second serve.
I mean, impressive catch there from Catherine, but it just it doesn't count.
Side out.
Very, very ambitious for Riley Newman. Going for an ATP with almost no chance at that angle. Parris just kind of had to get her body out of the way. That was the main thing for her.
Yeah, after watching her counterpart get tagged on the rally before that.
That's a beauty from Riley. Kept that pace control perfect. Went with more spin. Hunter crashing back to a spot, couldn't get there in time.
Parris returns the favor with the off-speed knuckleball. Tim Wakefield, where are you?
Yeah, that was a beautiful little sequence of shots from Parris Todd.
Wow, cross court with the one-y.
Yeah, well, I mean, Hunter's breaking to fill middle. He knows that Parris is loading up with the backhand, looking for the up-the-line attack. So that's a lot of responsibility from Hunter, and that's great recognition from Catherine to put it to the proper spot.
Just catches the sideline.
Patented Riley fist pump.
Yes. Yeah, and Hunter and Parris know they cannot let the crowd start getting to be a part of this here in game 3. Make Catherine beat them.
Second serve.
Just didn't.
He was just in agony there.
Yeah,
Still.
that physically hurt him.
Yes.
And I mean, he was in the right position, but somehow in proper court positioning and didn't fully commit to that last shot.
Oh, hello, Newman. What a move there, down the line and then just stayed there.
Yeah, and crouched low on that initial forehand to use his grip properly, and then explodes up for the full-on overhead on the next. Nice work from Riley.
Oh, 5-hole. We've got the NHL coming up here in a few weeks.
We already worked in the Seinfeld and the Tim Wakefield knuckleball, so keep it flowing. Let's go.
Let's go. NFL and college football kept kicking off. We'll get to the gridiron here. And all of this worked in game 1. You got a big lead. It's free flowing. You're making everything. Now we're a couple inches wide. We're catching the tape.
1-3-2.
We almost had both players going. We had a Bird and Ernie happening at the exact same time. Sesame Street would have exploded.
Well, I'm glad for Catherine's sake that Riley pulled back a little bit, because I think Catherine would have caught the brunt of that that hit.
That was going to be on the Parris Todd highlight reel forever, and doesn't finish the sitter.
Yeah, and on the last ball and that mini exchange early in the point, Parris just never had a perfect swing. And sometimes that extends the firefights and the rallies when it's just, when you're at 80% for all the hits and you can't get one at 100.
Boy, and Hunter's been skating a lot in the last 2 games, too. Just never settled in.
Yeah, and
so back in play after the timeout from Todd and Johnson. Wow, and Hunter tried to trick him back with the off speed, and Riley adjusted at the last second.
Yeah, that's as awkward a body position as you're gonna see when the result is dropping the ball in the kitchen.
Wow, and that misses wide, and they do not, and in the podium of the fast players. And there he is again in the middle of the court. Bring it, he says.
And that was even a lower shot for Riley to handle, and he did.
7-2-1.
Great knee bend, good use of the lower body.
Oh my. Oh, and just silly spin. And if you see what Riley was doing after that, watch the end of this. Big spin, not a great bounce. And where did that come from? Thank you.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he considered an apology on that on that last one.
No, he was in great joy over the outcome of that. And now the frustration has reached a
time in. 9-2-2.
Oh, did he read that? What a move from Riley Newman.
I don't think you can read it any earlier than that. He was making a break for the Ernie
Match point.
well before the contact point of Parris Todd.
10-2-2.
And he wishes that was the walk-off, but it gets him a match point. Oh, and Parris goes right back through the center, and Riley's just a touch late, so a match point is saved.
2-10-1.
Yeah, just
second serve.
Just a little wild now.
Yeah.
2-10-2.
A lot wild.
Yeah, can't get them all back with one stroke or two strokes. You gotta play a solid game.
Match point 2. And that'll do it. Riley and Catherine in big trouble. Run over in game 1. Find their good stuff in games 2 and 3, and they are going to play in the quarterfinal.
Well, guys, pickleball is a game of inches, and there were a couple of close calls towards the end of game 2 that really set you guys up for success to take that game. What were you guys thinking about and talking about?
No, I mean, Parris and Hunter came out like pretty strong. We lost that one 11-3, and Hunter was solid in the middle, very big, and Parris was a rock, and we were able to kind of just switch it up by trying to keep Hunter a little bit more honest, but kudos to them. They played amazing, and just happy to be back here with Riley grinding with him. He played amazing.
Well, we were just saying this feels like a family reunion out here to see you guys back together on the court. You were a set partnership in the past. You've decided to team up once again. How's it feel?
Feels amazing. I mean, Catherine and I, we had a lot of success a couple years ago. I mean, that was a couple years ago. The game's changed. Everyone's hitting it harder, so much more spin. But one thing I know when I play with Catherine is she's going to get the ball back. She's a rock. She's amazing at defense, and hopefully I can just come in and be aggressive and do my thing, so it's fun.
Well, Catherine, you recently celebrated a very big day. You got to say I do to your partner. How's it feel to be a married woman?
Feels amazing. It feels like we've been married forever. We've been dating for 10 years, but we were talking about it, and it's crazy. You spend like a year to plan, and like the specific day that happened, like it's only 4 hours, and it's like, oh, it's over. We're married, I guess. We had an amazing time.
Congratulations to you both. You're moving on.